Ravenclaw Riddle. What have I got in my pocket? I think it might be helpful to search for philosophical/metaphysical questions rather than riddles. The Ravenclaw questions in the books are deeper than just a riddle to puzzle over. Here's one. What is that of which the more you give away, the more you have? What makes Ravenclaw riddles good is that there's never one singular answer. As long as you think it through and your answer works, you get to go in. I can be broken, but never fall apart. What am I? Spirit, heart, trust, time, etc. Call my name as hard as you like, but something else will come to you. What am I? 3 playing cards in a row. Can you name them with these clues? There is a 2 to the right of a king. A diamond will be found to the left of a spade. An ace is to the left of a heart. A heart is to the left of a spade. Now, identify all 3 cards. I have forests but no trees, lakes but no water, and mountains with no peaks. What am I? Since you wrote it riddle, I was wondering at first if you are writing AU Ravenclaw Tom Riddle. On the general topic of riddles and Ravenclaw House, do you think the sorting hat won't sort someone into Ravenclaw if they fit all the other aspects but absolutely hate riddles and get kinda pissed off by them? 'Cause I'd take an axe to the door day one. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? I would use one that, depending on context, has several correct answers and the character, irritated and tired, thinks on several of them and can't decide which one is the correct one, because all of them are. A father and his son are in a car accident. The father dies at the scene and the son is rushed to the hospital. At the hospital, the surgeon looks at the boy and says, "I can't operate on this boy. He is my son." How can this be? Asterisk, asterisk. Possible answers. The surgeon is the boy's mother. My favorite one. What starts with E, ends with E, and only has one letter inside. I have a second favorite if you get it. It makes you wonder, how on earth are deaf people meant to receive the riddle? I would probably go with an absurd dad joke question over something that's super convoluted. Where does a general keep his armies? In his sleeveys. I think a useful literary tool for this is to have the answer itself be something the student can solve quickly, but the answer itself makes them break down from the emotional salience of what they just went through with Umbridge. So the answer should be pain framed as something worthy of going through, or the answer should be torture framed as something ironic and exaggerated, to contrast the realness of the Umbridge detention. I am not good at creating the exact riddle, but I think others. Girl, what's the FIC? I'm an absolute lunatic for HP Fix, and this one sounds like a must-read. A man without eyes saw plums on a tree. He did not take plums, but did not leave plums. How can this be? I appear once in a day and twice in a decade, but never in a century. What am I? 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still. What am I? Step on the dead. I mutter and grumble. Step on the living. I don't even mumble. What am I? Emeralds and diamonds lost by the moon, found by the sun, and picked up there soon. What am I? What is your name? What is your mission? What is your favorite color? I can be broken, yet still in one piece. I can be given, yet not actually taken. I can be sick, yet still be healthy. I can ache while I feel no pain. Everyone believes I should be given generously, but most do not give me, unless grudgingly, except to themselves, which they do easily. What am I? Answer: forgiveness. Credit to C.S. Lewis, who didn't phrase it as a riddle. In a Wisengamot of 100 magical folk, every single member is either completely honest or completely crooked. However, if you choose any 2 members at random, at least one of them is crooked. How many honest members are there? Not mine, stolen from Google, but it's an older one whose source I'm too lazy to look up. It actually involves politicians. What whines every day, but dines on sweets? What sighs on every test and cries every night? Lastly, what sees a problem, but doesn't ever think of a solution? You, that would be bound to make her cry. Pretty as a flower and lighter than blood. I reveal a key trait even before birth.
Pink.